You guys want to talk about the new unhinged conspiracy theory from the right? Because this stuff is wild, okay? I got you. So we've been hearing a lot about the right, especially when it pertains to like them talking about like adolescence and stuff like that. Always a terrible thing when you hear like Republicans talk about children. You know that something awful is going to be espoused in like a moment in time, right? But we've come across like a new conspiracy, okay? All of these conspiracies are getting like closer and closer and closer to something that you would have only read on like a weird page on 4chan or something like that, or like a creepy conspiracy post on reddit.com with 40 upvotes, something along those lines. But it's becoming real mainstream, okay? Alex Jones is going out of business, not because he lost his lawsuits with the with those parents, but because actually the right has stolen his bit. The broader right has just stolen his bit. It's hard to sound crazy in this era, right? Like, I feel bad for The Onion even. Like, how are they going to do satire? How does Alex Jones stay afloat? If people want crazy conspiracies, they could just watch Tuck. It's very sad. But so because of that, other people have taken up the mantle to start talking about their own wild conspiracy theories, and this one once again contains children, and I would like to tell you about it, but I think it would be better if you would just listen to what this woman says.
Because it is, frankly, inconvenient. Human persons, from their earliest days, poisoned in the womb and dismembered, torn limb from limb. Bodies thrown in medical waste bins and in places like Washington, D.C., burned to power the lights of the city's homes and streets. Let that image sink in with you for a moment.
So, this woman is crazy? Yes. Fetus. What she believes is that babies in Washington, D.C. are being aborted, and then those aborted baby parts are taken to industrial sized baby burning fetus furnaces, in which the power generated from those furnaces then warm heat homes. So they like heat homes and turn on street lights. The big abortion industry. They're out there busy heating your own. This is what we call renewable energy, folks. Did you know? It's all coming together. Okay, I see it. I see the through line, and this is what you're going to see. I'm calling it now, okay? If you hear this from any other conservative at any point in time in the future, just know that he stole this from me, and I thought of it first. What's going to happen is that we're going to go into the future, okay? And they're going to say that the leftist agenda was one that is over 100 years in the making, and it started with the suffragette movement, okay? They're gonna rope together a bunch of conspiracy theories, and it's going to be like anti-feminist conspiracy theory, climate change conspiracy theory, and anti-abortion conspiracy theory as well, all right? It's going to look like this. The leftist agenda goes back over 100 years, back to the suffragette movement, okay? And during the suffragette movement, you will see that there is also starting to be an uptick in people worrying about the climate change, renewable energy, fossil fuels. People started to say that, oh my gosh, this is going to be such an issue if we keep burning all of this gas. People didn't listen. We moved on into the future, okay? So the people who are controlling this world, who are pulling the strings, they are the ones who have been watching over this for some time and orchestrating this, okay? Them. And so what they're going to say is that to fix climate change, what they did is they funded and pushed feminism, which allowed women to be more promiscuous. It was societally and legally acceptable for women to be more promiscuous, okay? And you know what happens then? There's going to be more accidental pregnancies because there's going to be more fucking. And if there's so much fucking and there's so many pregnancies, then what are you gonna do, okay? What are you gonna do? People can't be having all those babies, and a lot of these girls, they'll be so party hungry that they'll obviously want to instantly abort. So then again, think about this, okay? So we don't want to burn fossil fuels anymore, and all these girls be fucking, and they want to abort, and so abortion got pushed alongside feminism and the climate change agenda, and that was used, okay, for new renewable energy, and so they've pushed feminism so women can fuck and have a breeding cream pie fetish, and then accidentally get pregnant, and then they funded the abortion industrial complex, which also goes to the anti-climate change industrial complex, where they build massive baby burning fetus furnaces which power the street lights and provide electricity in light homes. This is going to come to fruition soon. This is going to be it. They're going to say that the new renewable energy is going to be burning fetuses as madness. What do you think? Do you think that this is something that they could actually say? What do you think? Do you think that this, because it makes sense to me. I can see it. Like the second I heard this, I saw the line. People say these things. I can see Tucker now. Yeah, he's like back, all the way back when we gave women the right to vote. That was the beginning of the end. I'm digging the lunacy of this theory. I like how crazy it is. You can sell that? Dude, okay. I pitched the idea, and I think it would be funny to run with, if we made like a community thing, it's like Place. It's kind of like r/place, and I pitched it before, but it's like a fake board, okay? And any of you guys that are in the community, or maybe it'll be subscribers only to make sure that, just random people don't do it. At least their community members have like a layer to know that community members are doing it. And they're able to write on this like fake newspaper, okay? And so I would give it to you guys, and then I would tell you, make up a story, right? Pretend you're like a right-wing conspiracy theorist, or just pretend you're a conspiracy theorist, period. It doesn't have to be right-wing, but just say like, make up a conspiracy, okay? And write an article about it and try and make it look as real as possible. And it will just be like our go-to fake news, like fake website where we just like make a bunch and not like give it out, right? But it's just like a fun board where you could just draw. You can let your imagination go crazy, and you can write. It'd be like creative writing, honestly. Can we please actually do this? Would you guys want to? Because the big thing is like, I'm not sure if people would really want to, but I would love it for it to like look real on the outside. But any of you guys could just go in at any point in time and just write up like creative writing, write up like a conspiracy, like, and you can provide links to stuff too, like hyperlinks, and you can just go crazy. Radical feminism Marxists took over 100 years to achieve their fetus-powered lighting grid, but they persevered and made it happen. See? Miami mayor promoted cryptocurrency called Miami Coin. As said currency has crashed 88%.
This meme is very real.
Dude, this would be so good. Right? I just want to let you guys go. I want to see what you guys make, and then we can read some of them. Holy crap. Can you imagine if I was able to reference it in a debate? Dude, can you imagine? Like, I troll through the website and I find an article you guys written about like some crazy thing some conservatives have done, and then I say conservatives believe this, and they're like, can I get one example? And then I just send them the link, and they're like, okay, I guess. Oh man. Oh, what a dream. Oh man, living in a completely fabricated reality. Can you imagine? Oh man, that'd be a knockout blow. Oh my gosh. Shark's Alden's number. Oh my gosh. Shark, why is your water blue? I pissed in it. I think we should. I think this would be an incredible thing. Hi, Stinky. You got something to say? Listen, I'll take you for a walk tomorrow. Is that okay? Will that make you happy? He's all over me. It's an incredible idea. Okay, I will see if I can make it work. All right. What can you press one in chat if you would want to use it? Just so I can get just like an idea of like what you all are thinking. Get a one in chat if you wanted to conspiracy post. Oh man, a lot of you guys really? You'd really try and write an article? I'd like to see others use it. Okay, I see. For sure. Okay, you know what? I'll work for it, and if I'm able to get it up, I'll let you guys know. I don't know if I'd be any good at it. I would say just give it a try. It's fun. Just let your mind go. Just let your mind go and write crazy stuff and just go for it. You're not that self-motivated. I wanted to be like, especially for my ADHD and like autistic besties in chat, when you guys have one of those kicks and you're like, I have this creative kick right now, you can go on there and you could write like 3 insane articles. Just creative writing 3 insane articles for no reason. What the main thing is, I'm waiting for somebody to make like a really high effort one, like a completely fabricated investigation, kind of like, you know, when the New York Times dropped their like investigation onto Donald Trump's finances and like how they money laundered through casinos, where they like moved money through like casino chips and stuff like that. I want somebody to make something like that, but just completely made up. Crypto bros are going to be the future of the Republican Party, aren't they? Like, I don't think crypto bros are going to be the future of anything besides how much lighter their bank account is. I think that's the only feature that's for them. I'm not going to lie to you. We need cum related articles. That's the only issue, is I feel like you guys would be posting too many cum related articles, and I would have to do some like cum pruning. Anyways, we could watch a little bit more of this.
The next time you turn on the light, think of the incinerators. Think of what we're doing to ourselves so callously and so numbly. Always and everywhere, the convictions of pro-abortion activists are damaging, are deadly, and are devastating to the fabric of American democracy. To speak for the violent...
It's just insane. The left is using their bukkake bomb. The new cocky. The new cocky. Yeah, basically that's what I want you guys to do, is to write like a new cocky. You know what I mean? Or you remember the one? Or you remember the one, like that Reddit post by that fake DGGer who was like, I'm going to be debating my girlfriend at Wendy's. She pulled up her phone. She pulled up a bunch of these books by a bunch of German and French guys. I can't even pronounce their name. Something like that. And then do like I was able to research this person and I interviewed him and asked him what he thought, what he went through, you know, shit like that. I'd love stuff like that. Wait until they find the leftist cum socks. I think what they're going to do is they're going to sneak into our rooms and take our cum socks, and then they're going to incinerate them. They'd probably be really slow burning because all of the matter on there would be really chunked up, and so the fire would burn through it very slowly, and I feel like that'd be a very efficient fuel source. Republicans also pretended women wait until they're in labor, then demand abortions while the baby is crowning. Like, I never thought this, but apparently this unironically goes through somebody's head, where a woman will be like in the middle of abortion, like the baby's head will be out of the vagina already, and then she'll be like, can I get an abortion? And the doctor is like, si, patrona, and then takes out a katana and then just, you know, fucking water breathing fifth form water wheel cuts the fucking baby's head off. It just like, and then just drops him. I got you, fam. Like, that's insanity. I can't imagine that they actually believe that this is happening. Do you support the right of a woman who is just seconds away from birthing a healthy child to have an abortion? I think that question you're asking does not realistically reflect abortion care. In that scenario, would you support the right to abort that child? I won't entertain a theoretical. It's not a theoretical, ma'am. You are a medical doctor. It's insane. Ah, si, patrona. Just cuts his head off. Shing! He looks the baby in the eyes This is the first thing the baby sees as it opens its newly created eyes. Is him, the doctor, standing on the counter above him. The doctor holding a katana above his head in stone stance, and he jumps down. The last thing the baby hears, "Nothing personnel, kid," before its head bounces off of the birthing room floor and into the baby incinerator to power the hospital's lights. Insanity, man. The ghost of Tsushima maternity ward. Yeah, I love how she's like, "That's not real," and then he's like, it's not real. You're a doctor." Like, yeah, I've never seen it. I'm a doctor. He's not a doctor. He's like, "I know what doctors see. I have TV. I have Google." And she's like, "I'm a doctor. That doesn't happen." He's like, "Yeah, but you're a doctor." Hillary Clinton crawls from the dark corner of the room, picks up the baby head, and then eats it. Yeah, she cracks into it like a Slim Jim. She pulls off the part of the skull that hasn't, like, you know how your skull's in different parts. She like puts her finger in and pops out like a can one of the skull fragments, and then just slurps it like a Danimals. Burps and then chucks the hollow head to the other side of the room. And then crawls back into the dark corner. You're cracking into a cold one. I love being a streamer. It's great. I love who I am. Snap into him like a Slim Jim. It is true. I do ask this question as well. How are they so stupid? From kids are pooping in litter boxes at school to darker conspiracy theories like the Great Replacement, the GOP is increasingly committed to governance based on lurid fantasies and conspiracy theories and not facts. You guys remember that, right? You guys remember when the Republicans thought that teachers were putting litter boxes in schools so kids that identified as cats could shit in the litter box and be affirmed in identifying as a cat instead of using the human toilet? That was recent. Wild. If you wanted to know if this story is based in any truth whatsoever, what happened where this like fake story came from about like them just sending shipments of fetuses to generators. What happened is that in Washington DC, just like in Washington DC, like almost every other place in the country, biohazardous materials must be dealt with in a very specific way because they're biohazardous, obviously. And so a lot of biohazard material is burned, and that's how it's typically dealt with. You don't have to worry about anything else, just burn it up. And so in Washington, D.C., there are furnaces that take care of biohazard and other hazardous material that is better off burned than anything else. They also decided that it would be a good idea to add generators to some of these plants that burn stuff, because if you're going to be burning stuff anyways, you might as well kill two birds with one stone, take care of biohazardous material and also be able to get some free energy off of it, right? Sound like a smart idea. What happened is that there was a couple of abortion clinics that did not notify those facilities that they were going to be sending over as along with other biohazardous material that they get from their clinics, like, you know, syringes and stuff like that. They were also going to be sending over fetus parts. And once they like found out that that was happening, that they redirected it to another incinerator facility that does not use power. And so that's where that story came from. It's really dumb. Discarded tissues. Yeah, that's what it's supposed to burn. Liberals want a catboy autocracy. It's true, and I'm tired of pretending it's fake.